it's so much better than most people's that everybody who fights him doesn't understand what he can do until he does it. He just whips.
Fast, powerful. Both.
Fast, powerful, distance management, angles that it comes from. It comes up, it comes around. It just hits you faster than you know it's supposed to get there. It's so much quicker and has so much pop on it. It's so dangerous. And he fought Devin Haney, who is one of the best pure boxers in the sport. He's so good. But he just didn't have the understanding yet.
A guy that's confident, he's a guy that's a world champion. He's a guy who throws a lot of punches. He's a guy who's younger, who's active, you know?
Ryan is a brilliant fighter. I'm not saying that he's a bad fighter or anything, but he's a brilliant fighter. And I mean, probably got one of the best left hooks in boxing history.
So would you be yelling, throw the hook?
I think I would be, that's his bread and butter, so that's what he needs to do.
You like the horse hair?
Yeah, I like to feel like my punch, because I could deliver it where I want it, just dig in there. But with Campbell, I was like, all right, I just gotta do it.
Yeah, because you're right, you can feel where you're placing it. Yeah, exactly.
Like you're right in the inside, you just see their head.
Ryan Garcia's latest training footage ahead of his showdown with Mario Barrios has set the boxing world on fire. Fans and analysts are taking notice. His hand speed looks sharper, his defense tighter, and his conditioning better than we've seen in a long time.
How are you? What's up, champ?
What's up, man? How you doing?
You good? Looking good, man. Looking good. Sharp, huh? Yeah.
And then came a surprise visit that nobody saw coming. Oscar De La Hoya walked into Ryan Garcia's training camp ahead of the Barrios fight. A significant moment, considering the two men have had a turbulent and complicated history together.
Tres. Y luego 4 y 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Y aquí. Okay. Still good? Yeah. 3, 4, 5. After.
But what's clear from everything we're seeing out of this camp is that this is a different Ryan Garcia. More serious, more disciplined, a man on a mission to prove to the welterweight division and the entire boxing world that he belongs at the top.
Born and raised, man.
And Chula Vista, baby.
Chula Vista, boy. You've been hitting this since you were a baby, huh?
Not this exact one, but similar. He used to the shot.
Come on.
He used to
he
used to keep his head like here.
Yeah, I was right here. I was always right here.
And they say, don't do that. And you just keep doing it.
I never listened. I knew what I was doing.
The coaching staff isn't leaving anything to chance. They're drilling sharper defense, cleaner footwork, and smarter punch selection, making sure Ryan isn't just relying on that devastating left hook. Long sparring rounds and grueling endurance sessions are the foundation of this camp, preparing him for a bigger, stronger, more experienced opponent.
A lot of talkers out there. Everybody talk. Become a two-time world champion by accident. Line 19. Line 19. The truth is coming. Downhill.
And it's not just the training that's different this time around. Ryan Garcia's diet inside this camp is locked in with the same level of discipline. Every meal is carefully planned to keep him lean, fueled, and physically ready to handle whatever Mario Barrios brings on fight night. Ryan Garcia isn't walking into this fight quietly. He has made his intentions loud and clear. He plans to dominate Mario Barrios, take full control of the fight, and walk out of the ring victorious when they finally meet on February 21st.
Today we're going to be cooking tortellini with chicken. We're going to be having some carbs in this meal and some protein. It all depends on where we are in the camp, how much weight we are away from our fight weight, where it will determine on what kind of meals we will be having to make sure that we have as much energy and to make sure that we are meeting the weight. We're ahead of schedule. We got about 2 weeks left. From here on out, we're on cruise control. He's super consistent with his training. He's allowed to eat this meal. Here you go, man.
Feeling great. Gio's cooking is really good. Super good.
Here's a little snack. This is to get all the sweet cravings. It's a healthy version. Rice cake, almond butter, and some chocolate.
Now, there's an interesting storyline adding fuel to this fire. Ryan's former trainer, Joe Goosen, is now standing in Mario Barrios' corner. But Garcia isn't letting that get inside his head. At least, that's what he wants the world to believe. He says he's mentally locked in, zeroed in on his own preparation, and nothing else matters.
We're going to be training him.
Look at my lips. Oh, he already know. This is about to be a... Oh, it's going to be bad, because I know all that. I know what he's training like. I know everything. You know, they could say, like, oh, he knows, but he didn't train with me long enough. Been knowing Joe since I was 17. I know exactly, and I haven't trained with him. I just watched him, so I know exactly how he trains his fighter, exactly what they're doing. So to me, it was like, oh, thank God you gave me an advantage. Like, it's just another advantage for me. And, you know, word leaks, things leak, you know. Joe was a part of that. I don't want to get too into it, but, you know.
You think Joe was leaking stuff out of
I don't know. I didn't say that. Allegedly. I don't know. I have no clue.
Mario, a lot of trainers in boxing. Why'd you go with the one that used to train Ryan Garcia?
I mean, it was like, I'm in like a position with these next couple of years. I want to do as much as I can with boxing.
In fact, Garcia went a step further at the press conference, calling Goosen a traitor publicly in front of everyone. And while the emotion was raw and real, Ryan made sure the world knew this situation isn't breaking his focus. If anything, it's adding more fire to it.
You feel like you're a top dog, you're the king. And I think that's what everybody's shooting for, to be that king over everybody, king over the opponents, king over the division, king over... You want to be the king, just like LeBron James. He's King James. He's king of the court. I want to be
On the
king
other
of the
side
ring.
of the story, Joe Goosen has broken his silence. He's addressed the tension head-on, saying he explained himself the best he could, and what Garcia thinks of it is simply out of his hands. He calls it a little awkward, sure, but in boxing, decisions are business. He took the Barrios job because it gave him the chance to work with a world champion. And in this sport, opportunities like that don't come twice.
Not just Joe. This man calls the Avengers. I call him the traitor. They got Wally, you got Justin Fortune, even though he was one time We're not too, mad at him. But we do got some gifts for them. Everybody's probably wondering why I'm wearing the backpack.
Do I have to?
Oh, this one's for Wally, man. We'll save that. We'll save Joe's first.
Trainer, right?
Oh, no, yeah.
Right.
You are the program.
There it is.
The trainer. Joe. There you go. Wally somewhere.
But not everyone is confident about what's happening inside Ryan's camp. Robert Garcia has come forward with some serious concerns. Ryan has now cycled through 3 world-class trainers, Eddie Rioso, Joe Goosen, and Derek James, some of the most respected names in the sport. And yet, heading into the biggest fight of his life, he's training with his father. Robert isn't dismissing his dad's role in building Ryan to the amateurs. But the question he's raising is simple. Is Ryan being too much his own boss? Because at this level, that kind of instability can cost you everything.
To be a heated press conference after all. First thoughts, what do you make of, obviously, the heated press conference that, you got a T-shirt from Ryan, and obviously he said some things.
Well, I didn't accept the T-shirt, so I didn't get anything from Ryan.
Were you surprised that he came, from that direction? Were you surprised at how he handled the situation, knowing that you guys spent, a couple camps together?
I don't know. I really don't know what the hell he's talking about, to tell you the truth. But that's all right. I mean, I don't want to spend time trying to figure it out. I thought I explained myself at the dais as best I could. But, I don't know what's going through another man's head about me.
Is this the first time on stage that a fighter has told you that?
Told me what?
Where he said he was disappointed that you were training the opponent.
That he was disappointed with
you training his opponent.
Yeah. No, that's the first time I've heard that. Yeah.
Does it hurt?
What?
Does it hurt you, like as a trainer, as a man?
Look, I've known Ryan since he's been a kid.
That's why I hurt him so much, don't you think? He took it personal. He said the long rides. He was talking about the amateur days.
I know. Look, I've got a heart, okay? I understand, but it's like I say, I really don't even like talking about it because it seems like it's very personal and
And that concern was echoed even further. The real question being asked isn't just about who's in Ryan's corner. It's about whether he ever truly handed the reins to those elite coaches in the first place. Top trainers demand accountability, structure, and full commitment. They don't bend the rules for anyone. Meanwhile, Mario Barrios has been a picture of steady, disciplined preparation. And with his size, experience, and ring IQ, analysts are beginning to wonder, could Ryan's instability be the very thing that hands Barrios the advantage?
February 21st in Las Vegas at T-Mobile Arena, billed as the ring. High stakes. Roberts, what's your thought on that matchup?
Look, it's a good matchup for Ryan. I think Ryan has the skills, the power, the speed to actually go and become champion. But there's a few things that I see that might not be in his favor. And look, Barrios is dedicated. I know him. He's actually a good friend, a good person. And they chose him because they think Ryan has everything it takes to become champion. To become the world champion. Because they're already planning on huge fights with Devin Haney and whatever out there for Ryan. But the fact that Ryan, has gone through 3 top trainers that would have done a great job, Eddie Reynoso, Joe Goosen, and Derek James.
Correct.
And he's not training with neither of them. He's training with his dad, which I'm not saying the dad is not, the dad brought him through the amateurs, but when he left his dad or went to seek a different trainer.
Mikey Garcia put it perfectly. The outcome of this fight rests almost entirely on one thing: Ryan Garcia's mindset. If the explosive, sharp, fully committed version of Ryan shows up on February 21st, he has every tool needed to outbox and hurt Barrios. But if his focus wavers, even slightly, Barrios' size, experience, and ring generalship could be too much to overcome. In this fight, Ryan's mental readiness isn't just important. It might be everything.
Boxing, and Big Baby Miller pointed it out, because there's no structure. And hopefully that'll happen with Zuffa Boxing, and I am a part of Zuffa Boxing, full disclosure. The first fight coming up on the 23rd.
Oh, congrats, man.
Congrats, but you need some
I got
kind
two guys
of.
on that card,
There
so
you go.
good.
You need some kind of.
Right.
So the undercard has not been announced yet, but yeah, we could talk about
what names, but yeah, two of them.
But we need some kind of structure. In the NFL, the guy has to sit there for the media interview. He shows up on time. Yep. He's got to do it. Yep. And to give you an NFL analogy, think about the Broncos, right? When they had Russell Wilson over there, and he had his own office and everything, and it was nothing. It was dysfunctional. Then they hired Sean Payton.
Cut it out.
As a coach, that's like going to train with Goosen or going to train with a world-class trainer, right? And you knew as soon as Sean Payton got there, ain't no one's going to have their own office. And you turn around a couple years later, and they're great. They're in the playoffs, Mikey.
Not everyone believes Ryan Garcia has earned this moment. Jeff Mayweather has been vocal about it, questioning whether Garcia should even be in a world title fight coming off a loss. He suggested that Ryan's unpredictable behavior and perceived lack of professionalism have led many insiders to underestimate him, or worse, not take him seriously at all. And in the brutal, unforgiving world of elite boxing, that kind of reputation can follow you into the ring.
Mario Barrios versus Ryan Garcia. Who you got in that fight?
Oh man. You know what? It's a difficult decision because it depends on what Ryan shows up. If the explosive, fast, and strong Ryan shows up, he's got a really good chance.
He's got it. He's a champion.
However, if
Barrios got the belt.
Mario Barrios uses his experience, which he has, and we see the Ryan that fought Rolly, for example, then Barrios would win.
Okay, so
it kind of falls on Ryan, which Ryan shows up to fight.
If Ryan's on his game, you got Ryan?
I got Ryan.
Hey, you're a class act. Good luck on the. Hopefully, I think you're going to get into the International Hall of Fame.
Trainer Greg Hackett shares that uncertainty. He sees the potential for a compelling fight, but he's not ready to hand Garcia the edge just yet. His biggest concern? Whether the Ryan Garcia who shows up on fight night is truly focused, truly prepared, and truly ready to go to war with a world champion. Because talent without mental commitment at this level is never enough.
I mean, I'm just being honest. He should not be fighting for a world title. And he's just coming off a loss. But the reality is what I said before. Social media is the reason why. Because Mario Barrios, even though he's a champion, he needs Ryan Garcia to get a big payday.
What do you think is the biggest weakness that Ryan still hasn't fixed yet?
I don't know. I mean, I think that, I don't know if it's his ability to fight. I don't think there's nothing wrong there. I think it's mental. It's his mental because every time you don't know if he's playing or if he's, actually really going through something. So, I mean, I would say it's mental.
Mario Barrios, for his part, has sent a clear and direct message. He wants Garcia to show up at his absolute best. No excuses, no distractions, no shortcuts. Because when that bell rings, none of that will matter. Barrios is confident in his own preparation, and he's making it known. On February 21st, it will be two warriors giving everything they have, and the best man will walk away with the belt.
February 21st, we have Ryan Garcia and Barrios. I mean, I'm getting a lot of mixed emotions with a lot of different people talking about this fight. Who do you think wins it? And speaking of the welterweight division, there's a lot of the younger guys coming up. You got the Tiger Johnsons that need to start getting these fights, the Polancos that need to get these fights. So we need the new breed to start getting the big stages as well with some good competition. But yeah.
I mean, I think Ryan and Barrios is actually a good fight because when have we seen Ryan in the ring with somebody his height? You know what I'm saying? So I think we're looking at a real boxing match. Could he overwhelm Barrios? Yeah, but where is he mentally? Ryan Garcia has been spending time with YouTubers and streamers and shit like that. He ain't really been training. So what type of Ryan are we getting? I mean, are we going to get the front runner Ryan who go in there and try his best for 2-3 rounds and then for the rest of the fight.
Because when you strip everything else away, the drama, the trainer changes, the headlines, this fight represents something much bigger for Ryan Garcia. This is his shot at redemption. After the loss to Tank Davis, after the criticism, after the doubts, this is the moment where Ryan can silence every single voice that counted him out. The boxing world is watching. And come February 21st, Ryan Garcia will either prove them all wrong or prove them all right.
I mean, just going into this fight, I know Ryan, he is, like I said, he is a dangerous opponent. And I think, he said it best himself, right? You never know what Ryan Garcia that you're going to get. But him and his team, they're promising that he's focused, that he's training hard and he's the sharpest he's ever looked and all this stuff. And that's why I said, I hope so, right? Because I know everything that I'm doing. I know the type of performance that I'm looking to have, and I wouldn't want like a victory for me, to be sold short because he's like, oh, I wasn't focused or this or that, like, oh, like he was streaming or he was doing this,
drinking at the bar.
yeah, doing whatever he is, in his life.
So let us know. Do you think Ryan's constant trainer changes will come back to haunt him when it matters most? Or is his raw talent and focus enough to dethrone a world champion? Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. We want to hear from you.